Hey, second grade art friends, it's Mrs. Herbe. Um, Welcome to our Monday art lesson. Today we're going to do something fun since it's right before spring break and it's now spring. So all you're going to need is a piece of copy paper or drawing paper and a pencil at this point. So go ahead and grab your things and we'll get started. All right, guys, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to fold our paper in half hamburger style. So we're going to take the right corners and bring them over to the left corners. And then I'm going to hold with my left hand, then I'm going to take my finger and swipe down and then up and back. And then I'm going to take my paper and I'm going to place it horizontally on my piece of paper. Okay? Then the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to draw an oval on our paper, but we want to kind of do it, this is kind of halfway between our paper. We kind of want it to be somewhere kind of right in here and maybe a little bit tilted like that. And this is going to be the body for our rabbit. And then what we're going to do, so go ahead and make your oval. And we want to make sure that our oval is not too high up on our paper. So we want to have about the same amount as in the top as the bottom. And there's our oval. And then what we're going to do is we're going to draw the bunny's neck. So we're going to start right here at the end of this oval and draw a curved line up like that. And then we're going to start back here and draw a curved line up like that. Okay? And then what you're going to do is we're just going to keep on going up to reach the tippy top of our paper. Just like that. You're going to say, what? That's crazy, Mrs. Herbe. But hold on to your horses, because then we're going to draw another oval right in here like this, okay? And you can kind of play around with the shape of your oval. Okay, and that's going to be the bunny's head. And then the next thing we're going to do is we are going to draw the bunny's ears. So we're going to start here at the top of the head, and then we're going to curve up and around, and back down. And then behind here, then those will connect into like that. And then we're going to erase this line that's in between here. So there's my two bunny ears. And then I'm also going to draw the inside of the rabbit's ears too. All right. So now that we've got that, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the bunny's eye right here. Like that. And I'm also going to erase this line in between where the head and the neck is, okay? And then we're going to concentrate on, now we're going to concentrate on this back part of the rabbit. And what we're going to do is we're going to kind of curve down and around and then like that. And what we're doing is we're starting to draw the rabbit's back legs. And then after we curve down and around like that, then we're going to curve up and around like that. And then we're going to make the bunnies kind of come up like that. So there's leg number 1. And then we can erase this part in here. And then leg number 2 is just going to be kind of right behind here. Like that. And we're only going to see maybe just a little bit of it kind of coming in there like that. Okay. Since we're back here, we can also draw the bunny's tail. And then what we're going to do is we're going to draw the other 2 arms. So this is going to kind of curve down here like that. And then we're going to kind of go down and around and back like that. And then we're going to take over here and we're going to go down and around and back like that. And there is our bunny running as fast as he can. And then we're also going to put the bunny's nose on the end here. And we're also going to give the bunny some whiskers. Okay? Now, after we're done drawing the rabbit, what you can do is we're going to, if you want to grab either colored pencils or a marker or crayons, go ahead and grab those, and then we're going to talk about adding color to our rabbit. All right, guys, then what we're going to do is you can take your colored pencils or whatever else you have to color your rabbit, and you can go ahead kind of outlining my details. Doing the body. And then I'm going to go back and touch up some of the pencil lines that I left behind. All right, and then after I get this nice and outlined, then you can add color with your colored pencils or crayons or markers. You can layer your colors if you want to. Add a little bit of shading back there. So you're going to go ahead and add color to your rabbit. And then after you do that, I will talk to you about the next step. The other cool thing you can do with your crayons or colored pencils is you can also play around with layering the colors. So I'm kind of using a different color pencil to add some more like fur texture and details. So go ahead and do that, and then I'll tell you what the next step is. All right, guys, now that you have your bunny all colored, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you how we're gonna turn it into a cool jumping bunny. So what we're gonna do first is we're going to take another piece of paper and fold it in half, hamburger style, okay? And then you're gonna open it up and cut it in half. Okay, then this half we can put aside for later. And then this half, what we're going to do is, so we have this sort of this book here. And then we have this extra piece that we're going to slide in here. And you might say, what are we doing, Mrs. Herbate? Well, what we're doing is we're making this bunny, we're going to make this bunny become stiffer. So what's going to happen is we're going to kind of glue all the parts together. So what you're going to do first is we're going to put glue on this side of the piece of paper with our glue stick, and then we're going to take our half sheet and we're going to, line it up with the fold. And then we're going to put glue on top of this piece. And then bring this piece down. And then give this all a really good massage. Okay. And then let that dry for a little bit. And then after it dries, what we're going to do is we're going to take our scissors and we're going to cut this bunny out of the piece of paper. So we're going to carefully take our scissors and we're going to cut around our bunny. I'm going nice and slowly and carefully. I'm just going to cut that piece off there. And I'm going to go back and cut inside the legs, but instead I'm going to go kind of around here. Cut around the bunny's tail. Around the top of the ear. Whoops. Pull that little piece out. And then for the last part, it's a little tricky, but I'm just gonna get these scissors and carefully If you notice, I'm just holding my scissors and mostly moving the paper around. And there we go. All right, so now my bunny's cut out. So get rid of all this stuff here. So now I've got my bunny. So then what we're gonna do is this other half a piece of paper, we're gonna save this over here. So I'm gonna put my bunny over here with that. And then for the final step, we're going to make a spring for the rabbit. So in order to do that, we're going to, this time we're going to fold our paper in half hot dog style. So we're gonna have our paper vertically, all right? And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna fold it in half, push, slide up, slide down, okay? Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this piece of paper in half. Nice and carefully. Like that, okay. Then we're gonna fold it in half again, hot dog style. Then I'm gonna swipe, swipe up, swipe down. And then believe it or not, we're gonna cut this in half again. Okay, and now we have two strips here. So similar to what we did earlier, we're going to fold these in half. So I'm gonna kind of fold that up and then I'm just going to kind of run it across there. So now I have this folded in half into one big long strip. Okay, and then I'm gonna take the other one, and if it helps you to do it, it's really tricky to do it that way. So I like to fold it so that it's horizontally. And then I just like to bring the edge up and then just kind of slide it down like that. Okay, so now I have my two strips like this. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take my glue stick and I'm going to open this up. And put glue in here and then fold it back in half. Give it a really nice massage. Then I'm going to do the same thing with this strip where I'm going to open it up. Put glue inside of there. Fold this over. Give it a massage, and now I have my two strips, okay? So go ahead and get those ready, and then I'll show you the final steps. All right, guys, for the last step, what's gonna happen is we are going to create the letter L with our strips, and we're going to glue them so they are at a right angle to one another. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna put a little bit of glue right here. And then we're just going to bring this up and line those up like that. And we want this to be nice and straight. Okay. And then I like to let that sit for a minute to dry. And then after it dries, I'll show you how we're going to fold it. All right, so for this final step, what's going to happen is we're going to take this L, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to fold down this piece like this. So now it's going from top to bottom. And the piece over here is going from right to left. Okay. Then I'm going to go from bottom to top and left to right. So we're just constantly switching directions. Bottom to top, or top to bottom, and right to left. Bottom to top and left to right. Top to bottom, right to left. Bottom to top, left to right. Top to bottom, right to left. Bottom to top and left to right. Okay? And now we have it looking like this. So what we're going to do is to glue this top piece down, we're going to flip that back, put some glue right here, and then we're going to fold that over and give it a massage. Okay, so now it looks like this. Then what we're going to do is we're going to turn it over and cut off that one end. Okay, so now we have it and this end is sticking out. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold this end over like that, and then we're going to fold it back in half so that now we have this thing that looks like this. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to put a little bit of glue on this bottom side and then stick this down like this. So now we have this cool spring with this little tab sticking up. All right, so go ahead and do that, and then I'll show you how we're going to attach the rabbit. All right, guys, now we have the spring. We are going to attach the rabbit to the spring. So we're going to take this flat part of the rabbit's foot here, and what's going to happen is I'm going to put some glue right here on this little tab, and then I'm going to take the rabbit's foot and I'm going to press it and attach it to that tab. And then I'm going to let that dry for a minute. And then here's the cool thing. I've got this really fun bunny that's ready to go hopping. And so what you can do is with our leftover half sheet of paper, you can create a background for this bunny in your spring. So you can decide where might your bunny be hopping to. And you can create in this space, maybe your bunny's hopping into a garden. Maybe your bunny's, maybe you want to make flowers here. Whatever you want to do, you can decorate this background. And then what you're going to do for the final step is you will take your glue stick, and on the bottom of this spring, you're going to put your glue, and then you're going to stick the bunny. And I'm just going to press nice and hard, and then voila, there is my hopping bunny. So it's kind of fun. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and I hope you guys have a great spring break, and I will look forward to seeing you when school starts back up in a week.